The next clip is by Timbaland and the people at No Labels Necessary. Shout out Corey the Savior and Brandman Sean. I said on here a couple weeks ago, I've been thinking about rebranding and getting rid of the Soul name and everything. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this clip is because Timbaland spoke on something that's very important. Very important for many reasons, because he said you got to know when to pivot. You know what I mean? You got to know when you've been doing something so long and it might be working, but it might not be giving you the results that you want. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know when to pivot. You got to read the room, and especially for like artists and creators and musicians and shit like that right now, especially like if you look at the climate of like where the industry is, like, people saying labels are dead and they not really cashing out artists like they used to, and beats don't cost as much as they used to. Like Timbaland was selling $400,000 beats. That shit is over with. You know what I mean? And now everything is going to being a content creator, going to being on front of a screen, in front of a camera on a screen. You know what I mean? Like you look at Cam and Mace, you look at Joe Budden. Like these are all extremely dope rappers and musicians. You know what I'm saying? You look at J. Cole, like even J. Cole got a podcast, and it's like, if you don't see where you need to like make a change and where shit is going, you're definitely gonna get left behind. And I'm not gonna talk too much more because Timbaland did all the talking. So here we go. Goddamn. All right, let's get it going. What Timbaland got to say about pivoting on those big feet of yours?
When it's time to pivot, you got to know how to pivot. You know
Damn, started right on the money too. Let me go ahead and rewind that a little bit.
Giving me the discernment of when to. When it's time to pivot, you got to know how to.
Again, okay, hold on.
Off camera, but I mean, you've been in this thing 30 years and have reinvented yourself time and time again. How? What's the key to it?
I don't know if it's a key. I think it's really being in tune with yourself and being real with yourself, and knowing that when it's time to pivot, you got to know how to pivot. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for giving me the discernment of when to pivot.
I'm sorry, y'all. We gotta do this again.
Season is over.
A lot off camera, but I mean, you've been in this thing 30 years and have reinvented yourself time and time again. How? What's the key to it?
I don't know if it's a key. I think it's really being in tune with yourself and being real with yourself, and knowing that when it's time to pivot, you got to know how to pivot. You know what I'm saying? And I thank God for giving me the discernment of when to pivot and when to know that this season is over, and how to jump into a next season of my career and guidance on how to do it. Because you got to remember, when you pivot, it's like a restart. And a lot of people don't like to restart. They like to just stay where they at in life and see if they can keep pulling as much out of it. But hey, that's all you're gonna get out of that part. But now we have to go to another part. And I just thank God that He allowed me to always know where to pivot. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how I stayed relevant, by staying very true to myself, knowing when a season is over and knowing when it's time to exit and do something else.
Yeah, so what does that look like? Is it a feeling you have? Is it you're looking at the horizon and seeing things change? Like, how do you know when to stand your ground in whatever you're working on, and when it's time to pivot to what you feel like is coming next?
That's a great question. I think it's more of a reading the room, and the room is the world, right? Mm-hmm. And just going outside, just outside, just watching people, looking online, just looking at the energy of the world, and just know that, hey, what I was doing last year don't everybody on this year. So it's like you have to figure out how to know where to go to be relevant what's going on today and how to not just only be relevant, but to be ahead.
I want to pause them right there because, even piggybacking off of that, like what worked for you last year ain't gonna work no more. You know what I'm saying? So like 20 years ago, you could just put out a music video and be fly and be good, and you might get found by a label, get signed for $1 million check, and you famous in the hood. You know what I'm saying? You made it out the hood. You done bought your mama a house, all that good stuff, right? Nowadays, why are they running around like that? Like, what's going on? Was working, like, okay, for example, like, I even noticed it with myself, like the content I'm posting is getting kind of redundant, and it's like I gotta change my angle. It's like, okay, people don't want to just see the Ableton screen and me on the bottom making a little beat. It's like, no, you gotta switch it up. So like, I gotta make little vertical content where, I'm showing the breakdown of the process. I gotta start doing music reviews. You know what I mean? I gotta start letting people come through and play songs on Discord and shit like that. And it's like, a lot of people say they want to do this music shit and they want to be an artist and they want to blah, 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 blah. But it's like, are you willing to do what it takes? Like, are you, we was talking earlier, like it's going to take 30 pieces of content for a song. Like, are you going to do that? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to get in front of the camera and even when you don't want to and be like, all right, man, hey guys, what's going on? It's Sebastian Francis, man. You know what I'm saying? So Nova said he's speaking facts. You gotta know when it's time to make a change. Yeah, for real. And one thing about this era with music, it's like they say it all the time. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't got the work ethic, you ain't gonna make it. And it's like now that line is the line that's been drawn is getting thicker. Like you have to do a lot more work and also be very talented to do this. Like you got to know how to edit videos, you got to know how to shoot your own videos, you got to know how to take some good pictures by yourself. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Cuz you might need to keep a certain frequency of output and you might not have the team or the infrastructure to do so you got to just do it yourself. And we in the era of DIY. Shout out to Curtis King. But yeah, it's like know when to make that change, man. Know when to make that change. And I want to take this moment too. I'm going to say it on camera. Man, I want to say thank you to Sarah Too Ill, Sarah the instrumentalist, whatever y'all know her as. She always shows love. I made a post on Instagram about it, but she always showing love, man. She always telling people to come check out my stream, telling people to check out my music. And I want to say thank you, Sarah, because you are amazing. You are amazing. You don't have to do that, but you do it out the kindness of your heart, and I appreciate it to the utmost and to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? I did change my whole name, change my circle, and now I'm in a way better position than I was in. That's what's up, Nova. That's what's up. I done changed my circle too, goddamn. I don't know a lot of niggas I used to know. Let me damn, I gotta call the homie Dave back. Hold on. We gonna let him talk a little more.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, it's always a feeling and just reading the world's energy. You know what I'm saying? And then just, I think God always tapped on my shoulder and like put a juke in me, just like, I'm always want to try new things, because it's like you don't get that burning sensation like you used to, and you gotta be real with yourself, like, damn, I don't even like my stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta start back liking yourself
doctor,
first.
My boy.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could just be, people be depressed. You know why? Because you're not liking yourself right at this moment. You're not liking where you at. You looking for that spark. That
damn son.
Sometimes we look for sparks. Let me go spend something. Let me go do this. That ain't gonna cut it. Right. Like, you gotta be real with yourself. Like, yo, my shit ain't hitting like I used to. You know what I'm saying? I gotta figure it out. And that means going back and sitting down and figuring it out. And it don't come overnight. It just gonna take some time. It's like you was outside, you was the man, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta go back in training camp. You gotta go back to the camp.
How you know the difference though between like this is a trend, this is a wave, but that's not my wave? Because you can't chase every wave every time.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta go back in. Let that wave be that wave. You fall back. Build what you're trying to build. So when you come back, it's like a reinvention.
Okay.
You know
come back with your own wave, basically.
Exactly. Because you'll know that wave is dying. Be like, oh, I feel it. People, you can feel it in the air. People be like, man, I don't like music. Music. What do you do, nigga? You do music. You know you had your wave. Boom. Not, I'm here. And it's like it just repeats itself. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to know when, you know, just pay attention and know, like, you'll feel it because it's something that comes in your spirit that you'll be like, nah, I know I got it. No, I got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't really know, but you just feel it. And then you just pop back out. And then when you pop back out, people like, yo, that boy, he killing it again. Oh, he killing the game. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit.
Look at Mustard. He was chilling. He popped back out.
Mustard is a great example.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just what it is. It's just, you sit back, evaluate, live life, figure it out, don't rush. Everybody, it's so much, everybody can eat.
Yeah.
You just gotta know how you're gonna pop back out.
I feel like you kind of hit the nail on the head too, right? You said pivoting without context of what's coming next. Or I'm seeing it as pivoting without context of what's coming next could be you messing yourself up. Pivoting with context of what's coming is you getting ahead of the curve. And I don't know, it's one of those things where I feel like artists like to be kind of self-absorbed is probably the best way to put it, right? Like a lot of times they like to focus on their own sound or their own craft. So for those type of artists and those type of creators, how do you even begin to go into the world and look for what's next without feeling like
You don't gotta look for it, it comes to you.
Okay.
Man, he cooking.
Because they search.
Damn, he
You
cooking.
ain't seeing Faith Black? Inspiration, I can't find inspiration, I go find it.
Yeah.
Facts.
And who do you come to? Because I'm always inspired. But he didn't know, he just know that when we all work, I'm always inspired. That's what he know of Timbaland. That Timbaland find inspiration from somewhere. So I don't really have it, so I need to go get it.
Gotta go get that
Somebody who has
inspo.
that spark.
Exactly. So when somebody knows of you and they see your, it's a glow that's just gonna show on you. You ain't got nobody knocking at your door.
See, I'm gonna stop him right there because we've been watching this for a little second now. That's why when niggas be like, oh man, I got writer's block, I got beat block, I got all these blocks, I'm on the block. Nigga. Go outside, nigga, touch grass, go hug a tree, go hang out with some friends, go find people that do music and just go sit in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make no excuses. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you feel uninspired, go get inspired. Go find it. People want everything to come to them and be easy and oh yeah, I'll just do minimal effort and get the maximum result. It don't work like that, bro. It don't work like that, bro. It don't work like that, bro. It don't work like that.